Assalamu alaikum everyone. Day 4, 4th Zil Hijjah. I've just come back from Masjid Quba and now we're off to Makkah inshallah, where we'll be performing our ihram. I've entered the state of ihram and I wanted to talk about my experience at Masjid Quba. I didn't have time to make the video over there because we were running short of time. So I thought that I'd share my reflection on Quba right now. Masjid Quba is an extremely important place with extreme significance in our religion, and I feel that a lot of us go there, but go there as tourists. And usually hota yahi hai that we take the cab, and the cab driver usually says that he'll go two ways and we will make he will wait over there for us. So we quickly rush through the do nafals and we come out. But उसमें हम भूल जाते हैं that ये जो मुकाम है उस जगह का it's just so significant and so important. I think it is ayat number 108 in Surah Tawbah. I was blessed to have Qari Saab with me, Azam Saab, who took us over there yesterday, and we had a beautiful session there also. And today when I went to recollect everything, it was just mind-blowing. That is the place where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instituted Taqwa. He's called it the place of Taqwa, and only the people who have strong Taqwa are invited over there to come and pray and do qiyam over there. और कुछ रवायत भी हैं that Aap Sallam does come over there and does his qiyam. We were honored and blessed to be in the place where Aap Sallam did his qiyam at the Masjid, and we offered a do rakat, and for all others, our loved ones. The reflection that I really want to share is what happened last time when I was here for Umrah with Farah on 12 Rabiul Awwal last year. And what is really striking is that I was all set to come to the Roza. I was going to meet Aap Sallam for the first time. I had offered my ghusl and I wore a really nice pair of clothes and perfumed myself and really excited to go. And as soon as I was heading to the Roza, I got a signal and I got a strong message in my heart not to come to the Roza. And I was very disturbed by that message, and I was doubting myself, was it me or is it just my waswasa? What is it that is stopping me? So I ignored it and I went further ahead, and again the same emphatic no came. So I stopped again in my tracks, and the voice within me said, go where you're supposed to go. Offer your do rakats over there, don't come now. And I'm like, but no, I really want to come see you, Rasulullah. I want to come meet with you and offer my salat. And that's a gift I want to give to you. But again, a sound no came. So I was very disturbed. I had to listen to the voice within. And even though I was very upset, I still proceeded to Masjid Quba. And I had prepared a whole list of people whom I wanted to offer the do rakat nafal for. I had all written down. And as soon as I entered, the voice within again said to me, you wanted to take a gift for your Prophet ﷺ? Don't be selfish. You were just going to give a salami. The true gift that you can really give him is not just with your sincerity of intention, but with the sawab that you can offer him, and that is by reciting the do rakat nafal of uh, Sawabi Umrah at Masjid Quba, and that is why you've been sent to offer that, those, and for him first. So, in order of, for purpose of adab, the very first person that I performed the do rakat nafal was for the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I hadn't had his name written down. It was just an assumption that, oh, because hame bataya jata hai that, I say it for myself and then for my late father and then for my mother and all the other near and dear ones in my family and then friends. But I feel that this was a lesson for me in adab to first recite it for him, then recite it for all the Ahle Baits, and the at least should recite for all the important or the main Rasuls. For me, then after that would be Ghaus Pak-e-Azam, and then my all the deceased members, people who have died in my family, and then the ones who are alive, and especially the ones who are not well, and then family and friends, and then myself, my children, and then end the cycle with offering another durakat nafal for the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam right at the end. So this is another beautiful incident of adab, and it showed to me that I could have stayed at the Masjid al-Nabawi. I could have offered my Zohar prayer that was about to start the last time when I came. But I turned around, went to Quba, offered my Zohar namaz there, and then said all these do rakat nafal. Although praying at Masjid al-Nabawi has huge blessings and it's beautiful, but I feel that when we are directed to do something for someone else, and if that means that I have to turn away from the haram and go ahead and do it, I would relate this to Ajrun Kabir. The sawab, when it comes to the sawab which Allah Ta'ala doesn't really mention, which is Ajrun Kabir, has no limit, and Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala may bestow that sawab on whoever so He pleases, if the intention is sincere and if it is something to do with something very selfless. We go to the Rawza, we offer the salam to the Prophet ﷺ, because that's a selfish desire. We want to do it. We want to be heard and be in the presence of the Prophet ﷺ. And that's a beautiful experience. But when you do something for someone and when you get nothing out of it, as in at a personal level, and you sacrifice it, something for that, I think that would be an opportunity for Ajrun Kabir, and I'm drawn towards that. Again, that story I related to the story, the hadith in which the Prophet ﷺ told his companions that when I will die, after I will die, there will come a man who will, and you give him my robe. So the Prophet ﷺ's companions were very shocked. They said, "Okay, I'm sure they were all expecting कि किसी ना किसी को तो मिलेगा." And it just so happened that they were so intrigued. So they asked Prophet, who is this person who would like to give this robe to? Have you met with him? Do we know this person? He said, no, you don't know him. But when I was alive, this person wanted to come meet with me, and he lived in the outskirts of the city. And Assalamu alaikum. So due to shortage of time and we were on the go, I was not able to complete the log. Regarding the story of the man who lived in the outskirts of the town. And the thing that is important to note over here is that he had an old mother who made him promise to come back to the house well before sunset. He had just converted to Islam and he was dying to meet with the Prophet ﷺ. So he had to come into Medina and meet with him. But when he got to Medina, he found out that the Prophet ﷺ had gone out for some excursion. And so he waited and waited, but he never showed up until it was time for him to actually go back. He kept his word. He kept his word. And he came back home. He didn't get to see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam because his mother had made him promise that he had to be back before sunset. And it is to honor this man's word to his mother. How noble was this? Like, he's actually coming to meet with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but for him, it was more honorable to keep his mother's promise. And it was this love and this respect and this adab. See, it all comes down to adab, which the Prophet ﷺ was so inspired and so happy to note that he offered his robe to no one but him. None of the Sahabas, nobody got it. And Aap ﷺ didn't even know this guy. So this is, I think I'm relating this story to the concept of going to Quba, making that effort for Quba. And I think that is something so important which a lot of us may not take very seriously, or we might just go on the tour and offer one or two sets of do rakat and come back. But just imagine spending. So what I usually do is that after Isha, I go to Masjid Quba. I have my whole list because then I'm not disturbed or I'm not pressed for time. And however many days I'm in Medina, I like to spend in Masjid Quba after Isha, and to express my love for Rasulullah Sallam by honoring him, to come to Masjid Quba and honoring Allah by under Surah Tawbah ayat 108, and to honor my loved ones and the people who I would like to pray and send the sawab to. I think these are all the signs which can hopefully be very pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and perhaps if the intention is sincere, may come under the concept of ajrun kabir for the sawab. So I think Quba gives us that opportunity, and I think that for me Quba is very, very important, and I would really honestly request everyone to make that sincerity of intention of making a whole list and going there and offering the 2 sets of nafal for the sawab-e-umrah. But start with saying it for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam first, and end it also with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's also just something about adab that I personally think.
तेरी याद है मन का चैन